Okay, now let's get one of the whole wedding party photographs for the month. I thought this made for a cute master coordinator because remember, money's tracked here. So let's keep the budget as tight of a budget as we can. They do tend to be very, very good with finances. That's why I threw that one in there. This one's really cute too. We need to know your parents' income, your expected summer earnings, your total earnings since the age of 2, the average income of all your cousins, all your first cousins, your father's barber's total assets, 17 forms of ID, 131 personal references. This would kill the average person. The average person would go, what the what? However, Ethel here, doesn't matter how ridiculous it may seem, this is what she's been required to ask for, and so this is what she gets. She follows the rules by the detail. Their life is more subdued, they're left brainers too. The things that their reading material is going to be more the how-tos, how to become more organized, how to make my life more structured, how to make my life more efficient, those types of things. They aren't necessarily, the front is competition, the back is not necessarily competitive. They're still on the left side of the brain, so they're still not in the high emotion like the left brain or the right brain is because they don't have as many connections. In school, they do well in school. They do well in school. I'm getting it, not me. They tend to do very well in school because a lot of the reading and the spelling, that's all takes place back in here. Right? It's just the sequences, it's all the language. So a lot of those language arts are back in that section. Recalling, studying history, any of those things, it's all about the facts, right? It's just recalling the dates when you took your history test. It was all about the dates. When did this happen? When did that happen? And what happened? It's all that, that sequence, they're good at that. Or the fact-based memory. Their hobbies tend to be things like crossword puzzles, so they probably have very healthy brains if they haven't been adapting too terribly much, because crossword puzzles are very good for their brain. Organizing things, yes, they might consider that a hobby. Anything that involves sequencing bounded shapes, a bounded shape is basically a noun, right? So anything that's sequencing anything, they enjoy that organization thing. The what's wrong with this picture, right? So what's out of place? Those are actually very good brain games to play no matter what your natural gift says. For careers, professional organizers, they make excellent professional organizers because they enjoy doing it, and they do it for a lot of those of us who don't like it. Anything where there are deadlines and schedules and routines, that's what's good for them. Clerical positions are good. Data entry, very good. Anything that's follow the program. Now they could do things like the building of the websites, that type of thing, so long as it's not really on the design end. They're not necessarily on the design, but they're more like the code end. Lower level management, they don't necessarily like being in charge like the bosses do, but they can organize the smaller